Finally, we get to the hardest problem. So number 8. Actually, it's not the hardest problem. I cannot tell the hardest problem, but this is one of the harder problems. There's an infinite sequence of points such that a0, a1, a2 is an equilateral triangle. So let's just draw the equilateral triangle. a0, a1, a2. And the next point is the centroid. So centroid of the triangle with the last 3 points. So so the next point is gonna be here somewhere, a3. Then this is gonna be contained in here somewhere. So like a4. Then a5 is somewhere here, and then etc, etc. So if you notice, it should converge inside the circle. Inside the triangle. So after a long time, it should be somewhere around here. I don't know where, but it's like somewhere right there. So a nice thing about points is that this kind of looks hard to do synthetically geometrically. So what we can do is convert these two numbers. So if you know about complex numbers, we can plot this circle in the complex plane with the real axis here and the imaginary axis here. So we can let this be like so actually for simpler, I'll put a0 as the origin. So I'll put a0 as the origin, a1 in this point here. So you can calculate that this is 0, that's 24, and this is 12 plus 12 I square root of 3. And then if you think about it, any point here, so it's going to converge in some random point on the triangle on the plane, and this here, I won't prove it for now, but you can convince yourself this is a infinity, right? A infinity is some combination of these 3 points. So let's say I have like k a0 plus l a1 plus m a2. So there's a combination of these 3 points where they add up to 1. So in this case, like a0 here, so this is 1 a0 plus 0 a1 plus 0 a2. And the centroid is just the average of everything. So if you have the complex number corresponding to a sub n, it's going to be equal to 1/3 times the sum of the previous 3. So what we can do is we can try to find this thing here, a infinity. So if you have like something really really close to a infinity, so we're gonna have this first. We have k a0 l. Okay, I'll just put like the coefficients of a0, a1, and a2. So it's going to be klm first for a infinity, then a. The next one, we're just still a infinity, kind of plus 1. So wait, how did I do this? Okay, so going back from this, we can actually show that there should be that this value also. So k a I sub I minus 1 L A sub. Wait, let me just switch these. So it will become 2 and 0. Is that this value should be a constant for all I. So we can let's say we have like x, y, and z. The next term should be 1/3 x plus 1/3 y plus 1/3 z. And from this we have kz plus ly plus mx is equal to k times this horrible thing plus lz plus my. So we can equate the x's to z's and the y's. So we can see that x, so first of all, m is equal to 1/3 k, because m here, that was my k 1/3 x. Second of all, L should be equal to 1/3 k plus m, because ly here, that was k 1/3 y then my. And finally, k should be equal to 1/3 k again plus L. So you have kz, k 1/3 z plus L. And then we have k plus L plus m is equal to 1 at the start. So we can just substitute this. So this becomes 2/3 k, and this becomes k. Yeah, obviously. And then so we can substitute it here. K plus 2/3 k plus 1/3 k is equal to 1, or k is equal to 1/2. And then we can get from the other values that L is equal to 1/3. Wait, is it? Yeah, and then m is equal to 1/6. So finally, we can go back here and see that a infinity must be half of a2, a third of a1, and 6 of a0. So we can substitute the values. So this becomes 1/2 times 24 plus 1/3 times 12 plus 12i squared of 3 plus 0, or 12 plus 4 plus 4i squared of 3, or 16 plus 4i squared of 3. So the distance from a infinity to 0 is just given by the Pythagorean theorem. So we have 16 squared, root of that plus 4 squared of 3 squared. So a infinity is equal to, but we're squaring this, so we remove the square root. So this becomes 256 plus 48, or 304 finally. So with these kinds of recurrence equations, we can find some linear combination of the terms where they're always constant. So 1/2 of the previous plus 1/3 of the previous before that plus 1/6 of the 3 terms before that should always be constant, and should mean that this a infinity, we can think of it as like a infinity is equal to 1/2 a infinity infinity. So which means that this should also be a infinity also. So then this finishes our live solve, and thank you guys for watching me explain these really hard problems. So it's fine if you didn't get these. Stay safe from the typhoons, and yeah, that's it. Good night for me.